Hello, guys. Let's catch up. Um, Anybody live tonight? Guys, let's catch up. Hello, guys. Anyone still awake tonight for a royal news catch up? Hey, hey, hey. Where's everyone tonight? Hello. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, Lily. Great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you? I hope you've had a good day, Lily. It's great to see you tune in into this live. And yes, it's been a while, guys. So I thought I'd come live again just to touch base with you, my friends, and just talk about what is going on in the world of our British royals, guys. Welcome to Francis Page Media, and guys, this is where you come to catch up with the latest in the world of our British royals. It's been 4 days, 3 days since we last had a conversation here, and I thought, why not? It's a little bit late again, guys, but I thought this would be, a great time for us to have a half an hour of a royal news roundup of what has been happening, particularly in the world of our royals. Hi, Tom. Great to see you, my brother. It's been a while. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yes, guess what? We had a big function today, which is the that function very close to the royal family. And fantastic scenes today, as you have seen. Catherine, William, Prince Charles, the Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla, all riding in that carriage on the Garter Day. And we've also got some controversies, of course, like you have all heard, Prince Andrew being blocked last minute from attending the Garter Day, an event which is very close to Prince Andrew's heart, to the royal family. And of course, we know these are the events that royals really get to shine. So Prince Andrew today was stopped from attending that event by his own brother, Prince Charles, and call it Prince William. Okay, so of course we know now that Prince Charles and Prince William are very big decision makers, going forward with all these royal duties, functions, and arrangements. So today, at the very last minute, they stopped Prince Andrew from showing up for the Garter parade in Windsor. Okay, but before we go into this story, guys, I thought we just generally have a conversation around Queen Elizabeth herself on this day. The Garter Day is her day to acknowledge all those who have made a great contribution to the country, but also to the Queen herself, those people who have served the Queen diligently. So this celebration we all saw today was a celebration for Queen Elizabeth to appreciate all of those people, including the knights that are chosen particularly by the royal family to attend this event. So it was great to see all of them again. Ever since we saw them for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, I think this is the other event where we have had to see royals shining in those brilliant outfits. Yes, indeed. Long live Her Majesty the Queen. And they were all looking stunning. The Duchess of Cornwall, Catherine looked great in that blue ensemble. Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, looked great in that pink. I'm telling you, it was a very cozy celebration today. But sadly for Prince Andrew, of course, he couldn't make this ceremony for all those reasons that we know. And it is such a difficult situation, really, because can you imagine your own brothers having to make those decisions against you? But I also think they were doing him a great service, because I think things are still very raw for Prince Andrew to come back into royal service. And the royal family is now living at a very, very trying time. These moments are very trying, where we have Queen Elizabeth obviously coming to the end of her reign, but then we have parties within the royal family, like the Meghan and Harry's breaking off and doing whatever they are doing on the side. And then we have Prince Andrew here, who did whatever he did and tarnishing that image of the royal family. So these moments here are very, very crucial for those in charge of decision making to make those very right decisions about things moving forward. So if it is to stop the likes of Prince Andrew from coming back into the limelight and causing the public to boo, or to to look at the royal family as an institution which has values that are not the right values, especially with what allegations Prince Andrew had, for him to come back serving Her Majesty the Queen in whatever capacity he will, is definitely going to impact negatively on the whole institution. So these are the decisions they have to make. Those in leadership positions have to make sure that people are showing up, you know, and again the right people are showing up for the right roles and for those. Of course, these events are very public. They are watched all over the world. Can you imagine United States again seeing Prince Andrew wearing those gowns and representing the Queen in whatever capacity he will? Of course, people are not going to be happy. So these are the decisions those in leadership positions are making right now to stop such people from continuing to show up despite their negative or their bad reputation. Um, I think, yes, I think that is what I'm also guessing here, because the Queen, of course, loves Prince Andrew so much, like a mother would do to their son, okay? And she I think still has a belief, or she was convinced that maybe Prince Andrew was being framed for some of these behaviors, and like any mother would do for their child. So I think she is playing it a little bit cool, because of that love she has for Prince Andrew. And I think that's the reason we also saw Prince Andrew for that Remembrance Day service, walking in with Her Majesty the Queen, despite the fact that he had just, I think, appeared for that trial in the United States, although he didn't go there, but that trial was going on. Okay, but we still saw Queen Elizabeth appearing. Good evening, Bonnie. Great to see you. Thank you so much for catching up with this live, girls and guys, and everyone who is here. Tom, Lily, I'm so grateful. Fiona, hi, great to see you. Yes, it's been a while, so I decided to come back so we have a bit of a royal news catch up, guys. But the story right now is Prince Andrew and how he was blocked last minute from attending the Gata Day service at Windsor Castle today. Now, that service, of course, is a service very, very close to the royal family, and it is only attended by the elite, or call it the class that is very close to the royal family, or those who have achieved highly in their work with serving Queen Elizabeth and their local communities. So it was a very important day, and of course a day that needed to go on smoothly. Don't worry, Bonnie, it's been a late one for us today as well, so don't worry. It's going to be half an hour live, guys, because yes, I think it's Monday night. You know, it's one of those not so good nights. So to do lives, people are still tired from the weekend. So it's a bit of a short live just to catch up with today's events. But Prince Charles's last minute gasp to attend this ceremony and being stopped, of course, for us as royalists, has proved to us that we have some really, really courageous leaders within the royal family right now who are prepared to do whatever they can to stop people from ruining or from causing that bad image. Okay, for the royal family. Okay, and this is a classic example of leadership that is prepared to go that length now to stop all of those behaviors, bad behaviors that are bound to pull the royal family down. So many people were saying, oh, no, it's Meghan and Harry that are being treated like this and all that. No, I think it's not just Meghan and Harry, but also, you know, like we have seen now with Prince Andrew. Okay, so William, Charles, and indeed all these other senior royals had to make those very, very difficult decisions. But there are decisions that are made, and indeed decisions in the long run that are going to help the person in question, because I think here they are making these decisions to help Prince Andrew in the long run to build his image slowly by slowly, because let us face it, right now Prince Andrew's image is gone. For now, his image is still tarnished, and I think it's too early for him to come back into any royal activities. Okay, but clearly, as we see with his attitude and how he wants to get back into things and all that, clearly tells us that he's so thirsty to come back in. Of course, he's missing out. He's missing this royal, you know. I know they work so hard, but also there are so many benefits to being in the limelight. Okay, and we also know that Prince Andrew just forked out a lot of money for that case, you know. Absolutely, you know, absolutely. That is a very, very great question, Bonnie. Thank you for posing it here. Why? And I think this is how we say that there are certain elements within the royal family that are very selfish. And these are people that we don't want to, you know, to have to represent the royal family going forward, because they are tarnishing the name or the good image that Queen Elizabeth has put in place. Now, it's such a shame that Prince Andrew is, of course, Queen Elizabeth's son. And she, of course, has done whatever she can to protect her son. But I think she has got to a point where she has now had to pass on the responsibility to the next in line, in this case, Prince Charles, to deal with it, you know, deal with it, because her health now is so important that some of these matters, the royal family is trying so hard to free her from making such decisions that are going to overstretch her. Okay, so she passes this test on to the next in line, right? Charles, deal with this. You know, William, come on, deal with this. And I think that is how William, that's how Prince Charles are going to grow into these leadership, these leadership positions very strongly. taking such bold, courageous decisions. You know, it must have been a very tough decision to stop your very own brother from showing up at an event like this one here. Okay. God knows what happened behind the scenes, but clearly this must have been a terrible, not terrible, sorry, a very difficult decision to take for Prince Charles. Hi, Christine. Okay, as I forget it over this. Mm. Mm. Yeah, absolutely. You know, that he put himself into trouble, didn't he, Christine? Because obviously they say, tell me who you hang out with, and I'll tell you your habits or your behavior or your. Okay, so Prince Andrew, as much as he wasn't found guilty of anything, um, it again still leaves that big question mark as to what he was doing with such horrid people, you know, hanging out with people of that caliber, given his background, you know, the Queen's son, Queen Elizabeth's very own son. You would be very careful with people you hang out with, you know. So I'm here thinking, of course, he put himself in this predicament, Prince Andrew did, and it's now the royal family again that is picking up the pieces, as we have seen, and it is still the royal family to clean this image up. Now we have seen Queen Elizabeth doing her bit, of course, trying to reintroduce Prince Andrew gradually back into the system. And of course, as a mother, I think she wants to leave this world a better place for her children, and she also wants to make sure that she leaves maybe his image, you know, a bit repaired, rather than, you know, because she wants them to have a good time. But again, this is a monarchy, this is a kingdom, this is a commonwealth. They need to have people who are very transparent, very well behaved, disciplined, people who are always keeping them in positions of good leaders, good role models. So you would definitely agree with Prince Charles and Prince William when they start taking such difficult decisions and stopping people like Prince Andrew from again showing up in public, especially um, with other royals during these very, very important events that are watched all over the world. Now, if it's a lunch behind the scenes, a dinner behind the scenes, I suppose people wouldn't bother because obviously they are still family. But if it again comes to coming in front of cameras, this is where I think William, Charles are making those very, very firm decisions to stop things from spilling out of the pan. Okay. So, yes, good job on Prince Charles, good job on Prince William. I think today they have proved that they are more than strong enough to take the institution forward. And of course, there is a program going on in the royal family behind the scenes, guys, if you don't know. And this program is about how they can help Prince Andrew to clean up his image, because there is some kind of rehabilitation process going on behind the scenes to help Prince Andrew recover from his slump in his popularity, in his behavior, in his image. And of course, we know right now Prince Andrew lives in Windsor Castle, very, very close to the Queen. And we know that he's in contact or he's in touch with his mother 24/7 at Windsor Castle. So it must be a difficult position for Queen as well. Right now, Queen Elizabeth being there with your son, but seeing your son very sad, worried, he's probably asking the queen to kind of put him back into roles as soon as as possible, because he is clearly missing this limelight. He's missing he needs to start earning some money. People think these royals are getting money for free, or they are working hard for this money, and if you're not working, you're not earning. Okay, so they are also still being paid for the great work they are doing. Can you imagine? Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, of course, we've had so many, we've seen so many people wanting to take advantage of others because they know they are from wealthy backgrounds, and we've seen people presenting cases against others because uh, they want to earn money, okay, by suing, by So this one is a difficult one for us, really, but what we want right now is to try and solve these things in a very carefully, so that they don't tarnish the image that Queen Elizabeth has left behind. Okay. And so, as we have seen today with Prince William's decision, of course, stopping his own brother, this hasn't been the first time Prince William and Prince Charles have done such a thing. They also stopped him. They had stopped him from coming to attend that service. I think it was the Thanksgiving service when he walked in with the Queen, uh, and when he marched the Queen onto her seat. Uh, I think Queen Elizabeth that day, took a stance and said, right, okay, my son is going to walk me. But had it not been her, I don't think Prince Andrew would have shown up in front of cameras. So this, I think for this case, I think we have a situation where Queen Elizabeth has said, right, Charles, deal with this, okay? I think I've had enough with, I've done my best. I'll leave the rest for you. But as well as that, I think because Queen Elizabeth is a very wise woman, very wise. Okay, so these decisions as well could have been taken by Her Majesty the Queen, but through Prince Charles and William, because probably she never wanted to annoy her son directly. Okay, so I'm thinking she could have used Prince Charles again to pass these decisions on to Prince Andrew. Okay, um, just to help as well Prince Charles to develop that courage, that courage really to start making some useful decisions, some strong decisions, difficult ones indeed. So I'm thinking that's what happened. But whatever it was, I think it was such an awesome decision today to let to to block Prince Andrew from attending today's event. Because can you imagine what kind of stories would be out right now about Prince Andrew had he attended that event? We would rather have the stories we are having now, that Prince Andrew has been blocked. In fact, I wish many more channels report that right now than having channels report Prince Andrew has attended the Gata Day service at Windsor Castle. How ridiculous would that have been? Okay. But it is interesting to see that these things are now happening, and it shows us that the royal family and the times that we are living in with the royal family are now changing. If you, however senior you are, if you're not willing to comply with the values, the norms of the royal family, they can throw you out. Okay, they can. So Meghan and Harry obviously went. And maybe they thought the royal family would be stagnant. No, they said, go vent for yourself, find what to eat. That's it, done. Okay. And now Prince Andrew's case is here now. Prince Andrew is, of course, I know Prince Andrew knows what he is doing. There's no doubt he knows what he's doing, but I think he's so desperate to get back into the limelight. He's missing these things. He's missing, and that shows us how sometimes how these roles, you know, are very important to these members. Okay. It would have been another nail in. Yes, of course, of course. So this is a win for the royal family, for the leadership that has been, the great leadership that has been displayed today. And I think people can pat the two, the hierarchies above, that's William and Charles, on their shoulders to say, well done, guys, for these decisions. Okay. So we see them very happy. We see Prince Charles, Prince William, very happy in public, laughing, but they are sad. In a, you wouldn't love to be in their shoes with those big decisions being taken right now. Let's not forget they had only just taken another very, very great decision of stopping Meghan and Harry from attending these other events and showing up on the balcony on Her Majesty's Platinum Jubilee. And they did succeed. Without a doubt, these events were successful purely based on the fact that these two stood there and said, we are not prepared to see anybody take over Her Majesty's big day. So they kicked Meghan and Harry off that balcony. Okay. And they did the same to Prince Andrew, by the way, because we know Prince Andrew was, suffering, apparently had COVID during that season. But, I think even if he didn't have COVID, there is no way he was going to be present on that balcony. I doubt they'll be reinstated. I doubt. Where are they? The Harrys and Meghan have got to. There is no way I can see them coming back in. Okay. If they have to come back in, I think it's going to be Harry. And I think he will just come in part time, or he will come in. He won't even have part time. He will have a choice to choose either to come back and do these royal duties or stay over in United States. This is not something where you're going to have one foot here, one foot there, like the Meghan and Harry's wanted to do in the first place. Be part-time royals here, and then they are taking on this Netflix project. And of course, you know that being, hi Karen, great to see you, Karen. Hope you've had a good weekend and a great start for the week so far. Thank you so much for coming in, group. Yeah, so appreciate all of you. So yes. Well, so that big show, this is what happened. Meghan and Harry were not given seats in the royal box. Okay. They were not given seats in the royal box, and we know how much those two wanted to be sat together with the rest of the royals. We know how much they wanted that limelight. So when they were not given seats in the royal box, they were invited to attend the big palace event on Saturday night, but they were not going to sit in the royal box with other royals. They were going to sit somewhere with the rest of low-key celebrities, would you call them, because they are not serving royals at the minute. They are not. When they come back here, they are family, although they are royals, but they are not working royals, and therefore they don't qualify to sit in the box with the rest of the royals. And let us not forget these big platinum events. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. These platinum jubilee events were events meant to reward senior royals for the great work they have done. And therefore, all those front seats you saw and the cameras and everything, those were supposed to be seats for only the senior working royals. So the Megans were not happy to learn that they weren't given seats in the royal box. So they said we might as well just go. And the fact that they left before the Platinum Jubilee celebrations ended clearly shows that they were not happy bunnies. Okay? Because let's face it, if you come here to attend these Jubilee functions with the rest of your families, you would want to stay till the very end. You would want to go for those after, there are those small little tea parties behind the scenes after this all this all busy stuff has ended, so you get chance to mix with, relatives, say hi to so and so great, because there are some that they didn't even meet to say hello because people were very busy. The Princess Royal Anne's were traveling to Scotland and back, taking these Jubilee events there. So they didn't actually meet certain royals because of how busy it was. So you would imagine the right thing they would have done would be to stay, let this platinum jubilee fever end, and then stay another day just to catch up with family, no more conversations. They didn't do that. Straight onto that plane and back into US. Clearly unhappy bunnies for probably not being given that much attention, not being sat in those crucial places. Don't forget they were denied their Netflix cameras and hair, so of course it was going to be a no deal. Uh, Let us not forget that yeah, Queen Elizabeth, yeah, absolutely. Let us not, that's Karen, that's what I was gonna say. Let us not forget that their plan to have Queen Elizabeth take photographs with Lilibet on her birthday was also denied that access. Queen Elizabeth said no to cameras, no photos. She's very wise because she knows this would end up in somewhere Netflix. Okay. And Fiona, great to see you. And um, the fact that the Megans were not, another reason why the Megans were not given seats within the royal box was to stop those images, those shots, photographs of them being taken together with the rest of the royals, especially the senior royals, William and Prince Charles. That's why they were denying them seats from that royal box. Keep them away, keep them on the side. They can appear with other people. You can appear in images with others, but not with senior working royals. Because guess what? Back to United States with those photos, it's very easy for them to say, right, listen, Prince William is here. Oh, we even had a conversation. Oh, things are good. We are very much in touch. Okay, so I think you guys can see where these actions that happened during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations were coming from. So for that Thanksgiving service, I think you also saw the Meghan and Harry's was sat on the, would you call that opposite or adjacent? Okay, to the of course. Of course, Netflix were very, very unhappy. And we know very much how Meghan and Harry's popularity means a lot to Netflix. The more it dips, the more Netflix distances themselves. Okay. I think the Queen will carry on as we have seen, Fiona. The Queen is going to be in the background as we have seen. And the Queen is, by the way, very, very busy. Guys, try to block this. Is, try. Someone is trying to. I don't know. Anybody can report this. Um, I don't know. Someone keeps popping up with all these weird messages. Please, somebody, can you block this or report them? Because I can't do it from here. No, this is not a dating thing. I know, Bonnie. Can you try to stop this thing from popping up here? Oh God. This is not a naked thing. Please, please, thank you so much. Thank you, Tam. Bonnie, thank you. Handle this for me, guys. This is some kind of spamming, which is very dangerous to our lives. Please, guys, if you can report it for me, because I can't do it as I'm on live here. Yeah, thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you. Truly appreciate, guys. Truly appreciate. Yes, so we know that Netflix are running these programs with the Meghan and Harry's purely because they are tapping into their royalty or their royal circles or their fame with royals and all that stuff. So the more they show up here and the more they present those images, you know, together with the royal family, the more their programs will be selling on Netflix. So that is why the royal family was very, very, very wise to place them at angles where those shots, those crucial shots, had they been taken secretly, were not going to involve senior royals. And because then the royal family would turn around and say, right, that's not us. Whatever they are fronting is not us. Okay, and this is something that the Meghan and Harry's found very, you know, annoying for them because they really wanted to sit in those crucial areas. But can you imagine when they walked in and were offered those seats on the opposite together with others? Can you imagine how they must have felt? Okay, so I know. Very, very awful. Now, the projects they want to be taken on with Netflix, some of these projects are way out of the values of the royal family. Okay. But also the H&Ms are very, very very desperate to make money because they are living in a very expensive mansion in Montecito, California. Very expensive. But I don't see even the reason as to why you would want to have such a big mansion. You know, wait, look at the houses the royals are having here. They are living in cottages. Cottages right here. Okay, William and Kate are moving into a small cottage in Windsor. Can you imagine? The next king. Okay. And we have Kensington Palace, of course. They don't live in the whole of Kensington Palace, but just part of it. Because again, Kensington Palace has showrooms where they have all these Princess Diana dresses, Queen's dresses, and everything. So part of it are showrooms and offices for the workers who are working, the press secretaries and the aides and all those people. So they are living in just a small component of Kensington Palace, not the whole lot. Okay. So Meghan and Harry, when they were still here, they were given a place to live here. Okay. And that did not please Meghan because he wanted somewhere bigger. Okay. Right from the start. And I think this is why we see that when they move to United States, she goes with her ambitions of finding this massive place in an area close to all these movie stars and all that and all that. typical celebrity style. So that could not work for the royal family because royals are non celebrities. Okay, they are non celebrities, they are servants, they are working for the people. Okay, yeah, yeah. Very, I'm telling you, the royal family, the times we are living in with the royal family right now have changed. Okay, so we are having strict leadership where people are not going to just come there and expect to do whatever they want and still be rewarded, still, you know. So it's a shame to see that, you know, Prince Andrew, who would be helping out, taking on roles, especially now as we see all the senior royals are so overstretched because they are taking on so many roles simply because there is no other more responsible royal that is there that can accomplish these roles to the queen's satisfaction. Okay, but it's a shame to say that people like Andrew, who would have been able to take on these roles, ended up in the way he is now. It's a shame to see Prince Harry, who was very young, energetic, had so many young fans that he would win into the royal family and also ended up in the way he did or he has. Okay, it's such a shame, and clearly it shows that the royal family right now is starting to pick those weevils out and put them where they belong. Okay, and Prince William is such a gift, such a gift, and I think Prince Charles is very very lucky that he has someone like William besides him going forward into his kingship. I mean, when he becomes king, because at least he has someone more sensible to talk to, make decisions with, you know. Because can you imagine if it was Harry and Williams, if Prince William is Prince Harry and Prince Harry ends up doing that, somebody who would be the next king ends up in the way Harry is, that would be so sad. So while we talk about these all problems happening, let us appreciate the fact that at least we have people within the royal family right now that we can hold on to take the royal family forward when the Queen finally hands over that throne. And also Catherine, besides William, okay, she has done an amazing job carrying that flag. Okay, I know that when Megan came, probably she expected to become more of, she expected to be on top of, um, on top of Kate. Of course, she's expected to get the same benefits as Kate has, or she even expected to, to be, to have to be treated the same as Kate. Yes, as a human being, yes, but in terms of their positions within the royal family, you can't expect to have the same kind of privileges with somebody who is going to be the next queen consort. And I think this is where, oh, please, guys, block this thing here. It's back again, it's back again, it's really annoying. Help and block this. Whoever can, Bonnie, get amongst this and block this thing. Oh God. I don't know how she managed to get this live. Yeah, so guys, that's where we lie. But what do you all think about the Prince Charles and William's decision to block Prince Andrew? I think it was an awesome decision, and a decision that has earned them 10 out of 10. Okay, Yes, yes. Well, those who will be there to say thank you so much, Christine. Thank you. Thank you. But having these people spam our lives is very dangerous because, oh God, thank you. But why do they keep popping up? Do you know what I need to do, guys? Do I need to go and get into my settings and do something to stop these messages from popping up in future? I don't know how I can do this. But yes, Prince George, Prince Charlotte, those who are going to be here then to see these also become kings, and but we really, really hope they grow up humble, caring, and more dedicated to service. Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you. I know it keeps coming up, but yes, makes a difference reporting this. I can't report while I'm on live. Okay. Oh God. So obviously we know Catherine is a very, very, very good parent at instilling those very values, because obviously we know. Yes, Bonnie, we need to do this. I hope they get blocked permanently. Very scary when you see these spams popping up. Yes, so we know Catherine was raised in a good family with good values and with so we are expecting her children to grow up in that way. And we have seen her on numerous occasions, even in front of cameras, you know, getting involved with her children. They are pulling her hair here, especially at the Jubilee pageant with how Prince George behaved, and she was really put to a test. And a person like her in front of cameras, you take your hat off for how she actually maintained her calm. Children can really try their parents. But so we hope Prince George, Charlotte, Louis grow up as, very dedicated, caring, loving, because we don't want to see an era of the royals we have seen previously with how they have behaved, and, how that could risk pulling the entire royal family down. Okay. But that decision for Prince William and Charles today was superb. We understand that Prince Andrew had lunch with Her Majesty, again the Queen, behind doors after the Gata celebrations. He went and had lunch together with them. That's okay because it's family. Whatever happens in the background, that's okay with us. But coming out here in public, okay, coming back here and coming out in the public and representing Her Majesty when you haven't cleaned up your image is what many royalists are going to be resenting from now on. Okay, because this is an institution we know that is representing us worldwide. We want the best well-behaved royals. We want people who are having that the people's support to come up and represent the monarchy, not the likes of Prince Andrew, Harry's, and Meghan's. I think um, the royal family is working behind the scenes to clean these things up. And Prince Andrew would be going through a rehabilitation program to help him come back to public life slowly by slowly. Although he's not allowing that, because obviously we know he's very desperate to come back into the limelight. And of course, he lost a lot of money in that case, Virginia lawsuit in United States. He paid out the £5 million, whatever money he paid out. And so that left him really, really low. So I think he's trying to come back in to try and get back his roles so he can start earning some money. Okay. Yes, yes, I need to do that. I need to do that. Uh, Oh God. Let's hope so. But we need to get a moderator team. We really need to protect our lives from being spammed in that way. I think she appears to be marketing her dating sites on here, but obviously it doesn't sit well with us at this moment because we are having some really great conversations here. Okay. So, yes, guys, so that's it today. I thought we come and just have a bit of a catch up about these stories. By the way, did you guys like Catherine's outfit today for that ceremony at Windsor? I think she was flying in that blue ensemble with a matching hat. Again, always carrying the flag for the royal family when it comes to fashion, when it comes to, showing love and compassion and care and all that. Catherine is always there. And she has supported her husband from day one. But not just that, the way she um, she collaborates, so the way she interacts with all these other royals. You've just seen her sat in that carriage together with Camilla, Charles, and they seemed to have a great time. But don't forget those images you've seen happened about 50 minutes after the Andrew saga of stopping him to come had happened. So they must have been sat in that carriage saying, "Oh, we've done our best so we can sit in here and chill out for a bit." So much pressure these royals are going through behind the scenes. Okay, but they are doing all this to make sure that uh, Her Majesty's image is still a good one. They want Her Majesty to live the image that she has so much worked hard to keep up to. They are trying to support her to make sure that nothing goes wrong. So when you see the Prince Andrews being stopped from popping up, when you see them denying the Meghan and Harry those key positions and denying them those photo shoots and all that, they are doing all this to protect Her Majesty's reputation. Okay, so but there is still a lot to be done, guys. A lot to be done in terms of repairing relationships. Prince Harry is clearly on really, really sour terms with brother Prince William. And it so happens that apparently they didn't even see one to one, okay, during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. They never kept any eye contact at all. And in all those frames and picture videos, you clearly see Prince William focused to the other side. And Harry sat very sadly on the opposite end. So can you imagine two brothers who once loved each other so much, not talking? And I don't see them actually talking anytime soon, because you would imagine this would have been the time for them to repair. The Platinum Jubilee would have been the perfect chance for them to sit down and say, right, what went wrong? What can we repair? Why are you doing this? Why don't we come back here and do this? But what we saw and what happened and how Harry left in the middle of these events clearly shows that it's a long way from things getting back to how they used to be. And I think the royal family is now prepared to move forward without the Harrys. When you saw Queen Elizabeth making those presentations, yes, Bonnie, yeah, please do that. You've got my email address, brother. It's I think it's up here on the bio. So send me an email. And guys, anybody who wants to email me or talk about any stories we can present here, please send me an email, and we can always exchange, have some conversations behind the scenes. And any support, guys, you have, let us keep this channel going. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And he didn't get those pictures when he was here. So they must be actually sat there back in United States saying, God, we wish we didn't go, because apparently their coming here for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations did them more harm than good, because now their popularity has gone, it has hit an all-time low. And now people have already seen that when the Harris came here with that attention denied from them, people have seen that the royal family has since moved on from them. Okay. And for Netflix, who were expecting the Harris to be on the show, big stories to come out, that they would sell and get their projects through, Netflix were not able to get any of that, let alone that just one photograph of Lilibet with Queen Elizabeth did not happen either. So they are left with nothing, you know. So for Harris and Meghan, I think if they hadn't, I know if they hadn't come, it would have been a different story. But now that they came and failed to convince their family members here that we are changing, or we have changed, or we went wrong here, we need to have conversations there. The fact that they failed to do that on this opportunity they came here, I doubt whether there will be another chance to do that. And if Harry is to come back in here and work with the royal family, he has to first settle his dispute with William. Not even Prince Charles, the next in line, but William. Because of William seems to be the gateway to Prince Charles these days. Okay? So it has to be William. Settle that your relationship, your wrangles with William. Talk on a man-to-man basis. But also William is looking at Harry's actions as actions that are dangerous to the royal family going forward. Those moves, the interviews and all those things. So William is also not ready to bring someone like that closer, because it's beyond brotherhood. Being brother and being a king are two things. William is going to be the next king. So he would be very careful how he gets himself involved with people who have now lost a plot with the rest of the world. Okay. So guys, I thought that was something great to talk about tonight. See where things are going, catch up with today's events, you know, that little conversation about Meghan and Harry and where they sit going forward. Nobody knows. If you ask me where I think these two are heading, Meghan and Harry are heading, I won't tell you that I know that, because one thing I know is that they are they can be very predictable. You can just about know what they're about to do next, but also sometimes they can just come up with something very weird. So it's very hard. But one thing I know is that it's still a long way from them coming back. Still a very long way, and I don't think with where they have reached so far, what they have said, the positions the Meghan and Harris have got themselves in right now, I don't think I can see them coming back into the royal family. Not a chance. But again, whatever is going to happen, God knows it will always be the royal family to pick up the pieces, as we have seen on numerous occasions. And we see what is going on with Andrew. It's still the royal family picking up the pieces, still fighting so hard to try and protect his, because what the royal family is doing now is thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you. Bonnie, I think I'll appoint you to do the moderation here. We'll have a chat later, Bonnie, we will, yeah. So, yes, so what they are doing now for Andrew here at home, okay, is to try and get him that rehabilitation program. Get him fast to clean up, stay away from the public as much as he can, so that he can allow people to allow things, situations to calm down before he comes in. But even then, I don't see him taking any senior roles within the royal family. Prince Andrew used to be the colonel for the Grenadier Guards, are very prestigious positions. So you can imagine he's missing all these roles and, of course, being seen in the limelight. Nobody wants limelight like Prince Andrew does. But of course, they can't come back in. He can't come back in with such a profile he has right now. Okay, whether he was wrong or right, we have accepted the fact that he has gone down that route for now. He's not everybody's cup of tea for now. Let him take time. Stay out of the limelight. Stay in the background. Look at how he can build, or rather rebuild, his image. And then maybe once things have calmed down a little bit, there will always be ways in which he can get back into service. But for the Meghan and Harry's, I don't see that happening. Simply because one of them, okay, and this is Meghan. I mean, this is Meghan. I think is has got, and she has clearly showed that she's got her eyes on U.S. presidentship. I think she wants to contest for the United States president. And clearly you can't be a royal, even just expressing your interest to start to run a political office somewhere is enough to rule you out of any future royal duties, because obviously you have shown that that is where your interest is. So there is no way they can trust you again. Yeah, even if you come around and say, no, I was drunk and I was saying things I didn't mean it. No, I think she has already put herself in those positions. So it is going to be very hard for the Meghan and Harris to come back in. Okay. So guys, anyway, I'm going to let you have a great night. The battery is also close to 2% on this mobile phone. So I will say good night to you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around till the very end. I've really appreciated your time. And like I said to you, I will always be popping up every 3 days, just to have a royal catch up on what has been happening. Big, big stories to come. We shall wait to see again what is going to be reported over Prince Charles and William's decision to scrape off Prince Andrew on that list today. Many things will come up. We are waiting to hear what Prince Andrew's reaction will be against Prince Charles for those decisions. We are waiting, and also we are waiting to hear what is coming up next with the Meghan and Harry's in United States. So big, big royal stories coming up. But I will always make sure that we come here on lives like this to keep ourselves up to date with what is going on in the world of our British royals. So Bonnie, my friend, thank you so much. Stay safe. Have a great night. Christine, thank you for staying around till the very end. Karen, wherever you are. Lily, Tam, okay. Tam, thank you so much. Nikita, you're great. Fiona, I've enjoyed seeing you around this live. Guys, everybody who has been on this live tonight, I truly, truly appreciate your awesome support. So let us keep driving these messages forward. So for now, I'm going to say bye-bye, but I'll catch up with you all very soon. Thank you, guys. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Christine, bye-bye. Have a good night, everyone.